What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds. We did a three-part series kicking off the brand new style of video for the channel with the Colts. It was very, very well received, actually exceeded expectations. So I figured, what better team to use for the second team than the Buffalo Bills? Now, there's a little things going on at the Buffalo Bills. If you follow me on Twitter, which you should, at PapaXC4, I made the Bills my sleeper team this year. In the last 3 years, my sleeper teams, well, hopefully this year, the last 2 years, my sleeper team has gone on to not make the playoffs, then to make the playoffs the following year. 2 years ago was the Jags, last year was the Bears. This year, I took a leap of faith, making maybe a bigger gamble, and going with the Buffalo Bills. Secondly, it was clearly between the Bills and the Raiders for what team I was going to use as my main franchise here in Madden 20. The reason why I wasn't going to use the Bills is because last year, even though we did move a team to Toronto and then the storylines were ridiculous, it still was at its core a Buffalo Bills team last year. So I didn't really want to double up on that, and we've had an absolute blast, unless you're part of the carpool section with the Raiders franchise as of late and as a whole in Madden 20. So very excited to use the Buffalo Bills. I was going to use the Dolphins after all the crazy moves that they made, but the roster update hasn't come in. It's been a little bit of a delay with the hurricane. I'm actually going to pre-record all three of these because it looks like this hurricane might hit me Friday, Saturday, somewhere in that territory. And I swear to God, if it knocks out power and I miss football week 1, if I miss Eagles-Redskins, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something very heinous. So, taking a look here at the Buffalo Bills roster. It's a talented roster. We got Josh Allen at quarterback, 74 with a star dev. We're going to try and grow and develop him as our franchise quarterback. I already don't even need to wait for the cuts. You're gone, Matt Barkley. Worst quarterback performance I've seen in real life. For those of you that don't know, I basically paid to go watch the Eagles, the Dolphins. They're playing the Dallas Cowboys. They're playing the Dallas Cowboys. And they put Nick Foles in. The whole story, I bought Eagles to go see the Eagles Cowboys. Michael Vick was the quarterback when I bought these tickets. And then well in advance before I traveled to the game, Vick was hurt, so it was going to be the Nick Foles game. And then Nick Foles came in. And the whole game, he was playing okay, but the fans in my section were like, man, give Matt Barkley a shot. Give Matt Barkley. I was like, no, Matt Barkley sucks at USC. Don't play Matt Barkley. And then guess what happened? Nick Foles got a concussion. The second half, Matt Barkley came out, led okay-looking drives, and then threw 4 straight red zone interceptions. So because of that, he's my least favorite quarterback. We know Tyree Jackson's pretty decent from the Raiders franchise, so we'll have him be our backup. At running back, we have no more LaShawn McCoy, as he is a member of the Kansas City Chiefs. So we got old man Frank Gore, TJ Yeldon, Devin Singletary, and right now we currently have Christian Wade, the rugby player. I think he's from England. How I'm going to handle this backfield, I'm probably going to make Devin Singletary our starter right away. I feel like that's going to happen sooner than later in real life for this Bills backfield. And for us, Frank Gore, ageless wonder. He's a goddamn legend. There's just no benefit whatsoever for us having him be our starting running back. We're going to go all in on Devin Singletary. Get DeMarco at fullback, fine. Wide receiver, we got Cole Beasley in the slot. You got John Brown for our deep threat. Zay Jones is really the only wide receiver with some upside. Foster's fine, but he's super old for only being 1 year in the league. Isaiah McKenzie's, if we were literally playing every game, he'd be pretty cheesy. He's a good speedster. We got Andre Roberts here. That's an ugly contract. A $2.6 million penalty on a 70 overall wide receiver. Gross. David Sills, really productive at West Virginia. I think he made the in real life cuts, but I don't know. We might hold on to him. I don't know yet. But our wide receivers gonna need to get someone long term that we compare with Zay Jones. At tight end, we got Croft, Lee Smith, Jason Kroom, Dawson Knox out of Ole Miss, and Tommy Sweeney from Boston College. We got some good youth here. I feel like Croft is 79 with a star dev, so we should use him. We'll make Dawson Knox our backup tight end. Hopefully he can get some snaps. He's a tremendous athlete. Left tackle, we have Deion Dawkins, probably the most solid offensive lineman of the group. He's a 77. Only normal dev, but he should be a fairly nice piece down the stretch. Quentin Spain coming up from the Tennessee Titans. Solid. 28, though, a little bit older. Mitch Morse, solid, but he's 27, so not, he's good for the time being, but in terms of, this is a 15-year rebuild. Getting into year 10, 11, 12, he's not going to be there. Right guard, we got Wyatt Teller. I actually think he got traded in real life somewhere. I can't remember where, for like a 6th-round pick, but because we don't have the roster update, he is still here. They got Naseki coming over from the Redskins, but we're going to go Cody Ford as our starting right tackle. Jumping to the defensive side of the ball, we got Shaq Lawson here, who in real life I thought was amazing coming out of Clemson. Just hasn't been able to put it all together for Buffalo. We'll give him an opportunity. Trent Murphy was a monster last season in Madden 19 for our Huskies. He'll just be more so a rotational guy. They got Daryl Johnson, small school player. Jerry Hughes, pretty good. That is a massive cap hit. So yeah, you're gonna be our starter. D tackle Ed Oliver. This is one of the big reasons why I'm a massive Ed Oliver fan. I've gone on record saying I think he's the most talented player from last year's draft class. We're gonna make him a beast. We're gonna make him a beast. He's gonna be the franchise player on either side of the ball for this team. Ugly contract for Star Latulele. Definitely want to work our way out of that contract. I think Ed Oliver and Harrison Phillips can be a very nice defensive tackle pairing and make fans get over the loss of Kyle Williams sooner than later. Linebacking core, Matt Milano, very solid, 77 overall. Only a normal dev trade. I actually haven't even been looking at these dev trades. Shaq Lawson as a star somehow. Okay, I'll take that. A star on a guy's... Yeah, okay, Jerry Hughes with a star. Ed Oliver, hidden dev trade. I actually don't know what it is off the top of my head. It might be a superstar. But yeah, I like Matt Milano. Middle linebacker, we got Tremayne Edmonds, only 21, so very much like Ed Oliver. He is going to have to be one of the faces of our defense. We got Voshon Joseph from my Florida Gators. Very solid linebacker. We're going to use him a bunch. Right outside linebacker, Lorenzo Alexander. My plan, honestly, is to move Voshon Joseph to right outside linebacker. I want him to take over. I want him to be groomed and ready to take over for Lorenzo Alexander, because we probably only got 1 year for Lorenzo Alexander. Look, moving Voshon Joseph was at +2 or +3 already, switching from middle to outside. I'm very optimistic. Secondary, we got Tre'Davious White, lockdown corner. Levi Wallace still got some youth in front of him. Same with Teron Johnson. I mean, you should be optimistic, especially with how well we've been able to develop corners in Madden 20. That could be our core for a significant portion of this Bills rebuild. We got Captain Marlin down here. $2 million cap hit. I mean, we have the money spent this year anyways, but he's probably not going to be with us long term. Free safety, Micah Hyde, 86. One of the more underrated safeties in the National Football League. We got Kurt Coleman, Philadelphia Eagle legend. Never forget when Eddie Lacy just destroyed him. Jaquan Johnson, a really nice pick out of Miami. I'm a big fan of this, actually. Sorry, Kurt Coleman. We might as well just have our two free safeties on the roster. And strong safety, you got Jordan Poyer. We all know he's beloved on this channel. Maybe not so much for his play, but Jordan Poyer. We're big Jordan Poyer fans here on C4's channel. House got kicker Corey Bourgeois, from New Mexico as our punter. Ultimately, it's a talented roster. Very fun for a rebuild. Lots of things that need to get done. And ultimately, it's the franchise itself. Team that's gone to 4 Super Bowls, never won one. Then after that, what happened? Oh, it's just almost 20 years of dominance from the New England Patriots. So I'm very excited to get into this. I hope you guys are too. Maybe 2,000 likes before we jump into it. That helps the video out a lot, helps the channel out a lot. But let's get into the realistic rebuild of the Buffalo Bills. Coming out from our Week 6 bye here in Year 1, 3-2 on the season, tied for first in the East. The Patriots are bottom, so that's, shocking. But we're in it, man. We are absolutely in it here for Year 1. Looking at contracts. So it's a realistic rebuild. So we need to be very, very decisive, forward-thinking with a lot of our moves. So for Lorenzo Alexander, he's actually not... I would actually hate bringing him back on a 1-year deal, but I want to wait till the end of the season, and we'll see what he's doing in terms of retirement. Same goes for Frank Gore. But when you look at Shaq Lawson, for whatever reason, man, star dev, 25. I mean, these guys here don't grow on trees. So we'll see if we can offer him a 3-year contract, 24 mil, which he does take. Levi Wallace, very solid corner. Give him a 3-year deal, which he does take. Beyond that, I mean, we do have some depth guys that, it's fun. I mean, Spain only wants 2 years. That's a pretty reasonable deal. Sometimes you see guys that are like 28 that want like that 4-year deal. If he takes that, there we go. Beautiful. I mean, you look at depth. There's some like average wide receiver. I think we're good. Very successful free agency period. We'll wait and see what happens with Lorenzo Alexander. If he still wants to play another year, we might need to look at a 1-year deal. But that regression could be very harsh going from 36 to 37. So we're going to wait and see. Okay, so this is huge. In 1 year, we have taken Zay Jones from a normal dev to a superstar dev plus 2,000 XP. It's a thing of beauty. At the end of year 1, we did it. We made the playoffs with a hideous 500, 8-8 record. Real bad AFCs. Glad the Patriots sucked. That's always a positive. And I actually thought at the end we would choke it. Our last 2 games, week 16 and week 17, were against the Jets and the Patriots. We were both pretty much had the AFC East to ourselves. We split it 1-1, but luckily the Jets couldn't get it done. And we sneak in the playoffs. And rightfully so, man. We played very well this year. Looking at our stats, Josh Allen, 3,800 yards, 31 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. I think 99.9% of Bills fans would take that for his sophomore season. What's this? 65% completion percentage too is not bad, considering that's been the big red flag for Josh Allen. We got 800 yards, 3 touchdowns for Devin Singletary, who actually during the season got 1 scenario engine, which for whatever reason doesn't show scenario in general. He got a star dev. I don't know why it just shows hidden, but cool. We got Cole Beasley. He went off, 74 catches, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. With Zay Jones, we got our superstar dev. I cheesed it. The time that he got triggered and I simmed it, and he earned from a normal to a star by himself. But then when the second time came around that it popped up that we could go from star to superstar, those are the kind of opportunities that I'm going to hop in and try my best, regardless of what the player is, to earn that, because you can never have more than enough superstars on your team. We're able to achieve that. So right now he's looking like one of the better young wide receivers in the National Football League. Croft was solid. John Brown was solid. On the defensive side, we got Tremayne Edmonds, who has 114 tackles, 11 TFLs, 3.5 sacks, 3 picks. He was all over the place. Matt Milano had a solid season. 11.5 sacks, 14 TFLs from D-tackle Ed Oliver. He is a machine. 16 TFLs, 10.5 sacks, Jerry Hughes. 7.5 sacks for Shaq Lawson. 6 for Lorenzo Alexander. 3 picks for Edmonds. Definitely would have liked to see, our boy Trey White get a couple more sacks there, or picks there, but it is what it is. Yearly awards. We got Marcus Mariota coming in as your MVP. Jacoby Brissett at 2. Fortunately, we had no one in the AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Marcus Mariota. Josh Allen coming in at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year went to Telvin Smith. He didn't even play this year. Come on, game. Tremayne Edmonds coming in at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Devin Singletary. So maybe that's why his dev trait looks weird. Like, did he get a bumped up one? I don't know what to tell you, but hopefully he gets a juicy. That'd be awesome. He walks in with a superstar. I'll be completely honest with you. Dawson Knox coming in number 5. Defensive Rookie went to Ed Oliver. Fingers crossed we get him into an X Factor. If we can get him an X Factor going into his second season, that will be absolute insanity. QB went to Brissett. We got Le'Veon. I don't think we're going to have any of these individual award guys, which we did not. But our rookies played very well, and winning the AFC East year 1 with the Bills goes along with my sleeper team prediction. And we're sneaking right into the wild card as we take on the battle of the year 2 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, at New Era Field, a.k.a. Ralph Wilson Stadium. Let's get a nice little playoff win under our belt here in year 1. If not, go on an improbable Super Bowl run. Very interested to see, what kind of vibe I get from Josh Allen in the sim. Is he a guy that just sells field goals, or is he a guy that can get you touchdowns and finish in the red zone? Not looking great so far. Let's be completely honest. See us stuttering a lot, getting the 3rd and long. But hey, we got a nice little touchdown before half, but the Ravens really are pulling ahead. See, look, that's how I know if Josh Allen's going to be good or not. That should be a touchdown 10 times out of 10. Because this game's pretty much over, we're going to come in on 4th and 9 and see if we could just cheese our way back here with a touchdown. That might be the catalyst coming back in the second half. Oh! We got a chance. There we go. Punched it in. Thank you very much. Is that enough to spark a second half comeback? Or are we going to continue to struggle in the red zone and settle for field goals? Oh, pull ahead. We pulled ahead. We have a 4th quarter lead. Tied up. 3 minutes to go. Josh Allen, what are you made of? Oh, of course. Okay, we kick a field goal. 3-point lead, 1:45. Come on, Lamar Jackson's not a sim god. Oh, maybe he is. Oh, of course. Suck it, Lamar Jackson. You ain't doing that. Damn it. Oh, baby. Superstar dev trade for Devin Singletary for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Ed Oliver getting Defensive Rookie of the Year. He went from a superstar, and as you can tell by that little, I don't know what that is, a wrecking ball, bowling ball. He's a run-stuffing X Factor. Let's go. He can single-handedly disrupt an offense. That's, I mean, we'll take it. It's not, I don't think D tackles can get unstoppable force and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'll take, well, I mean, what does Aaron Donald? Aaron Donald has something crazy. But either way, I will take a superstar X Factor for Ed Oliver and a superstar in just 1 year with Devin Singletary. He went from running back 4 on the depth chart to maybe a franchise running back. But into free agency, we actually had like $70 million in cap. So I want to be aggressive here. We got 2 depth offensive linemen. There was no bids, no top bids on either Chris Jones or Kendall Fuller. I assume once we go to the second stage of free agency, we're going to have to pick and choose. I don't know if we're going to be able to sign both, but I'll try my best, man. Kendall Fuller is a scheme fit, would go with an excellent pairing with Trey White. I just can't imagine how dominant a D-line interior would be, even though I like Harrison Phillips. But Chris Jones and Ed Oliver, good night. So if I have to pick, I'm going to be going Chris Jones. But if we can get both Chris Jones and Kendall Fuller, I mean, those are the tools that are going to be able to take this team over the edge and stop the Baltimore Ravens from cheesing us in the sim, hopefully. My God, and we got them both. We got everyone. But I can't get Keanu O'Neal on the Raiders franchise. What the hell, man? That is insane, though. Without a doubt, across any video we've done on the channel, the best free agency haul. We actually got a big name for 2 of them. We got 2 big name free agents. Both were scheme fits. Unreal start for the Buffalo Bills. At 21 in the first round, how can we make this the GOAT offseason? I mean, the Bills had last year, the 2019 draft was outstanding. I feel like looking at how our team is built, a second running back, if one of these running backs are still here on the second round swing, be it Swift, Etienne, J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor, and I mean, we could start sneaking into Najee Harris, Keyshawn Vaughn. I definitely want to get a healthy combination with Devin Singletary. More so, man, if we can get Jonathan Taylor on the second round swing, I mean, it's that power back. Looking at where our team really needs to go, at least for first round, we could always look at corner, but we just got Fuller. So for me, wide receiver is the big get. And between Laviska Shenault and T. Higgins, we need to make our selection. I feel like we just used T. Higgins in the, what rebuild did we do on the weekend? The Seahawks rebuild, was it? I don't know, but either way, I feel like Laviska Shenault is the correct selection here for the Buffalo Bills. Tremendous runner with the ball in his hands. He's a deep threat. We need a deep threat. So let's bring in Laviska Shenault, 72 hidden dev trait out of Colorado. More, physical, really close to being a scheme fit. 90 acceleration, 81 catching, 83 catching traffic. He is tremendous with the ball in his hands. Look at that, man. He's like one of those guys that if you want to cheese and moving a running back, he's probably like an 80 overall running back. So there we go. Laviska Shenault, welcome to the Bills. Bills Mafia. Someone put him through a table. Looking at our draft recap from year 1, we had a great pull. We got Laviska Shenault, as you saw in the second round. Jaylen Phillips, defensive end from Miami. Redshirt, I don't know how he actually was able to declare, but sure. 70 hidden dev trait can be groomed and sit behind Jerry Hughes. I like that. We got David Woodward, linebacker from Utah State. This dude's a tackle machine. Great depth to have behind Tremayne Edmonds. Zach Moss in the 4th round. Didn't really find our power back, but I wanted to bring someone else in with some, so he has some good power to him, though, even though he's not necessarily a power back. He's explosive, more explosive. I mean, that's, you're splitting hairs. Explosive power, same kind of difference. So I like Zach Moss. We got Lucas Niang, tackle from TCU, 66 overall. I think he's going to be a nice little developmental prospect. And then we just took an absolute flyer on Isaiah Wilson out of Georgia, only at 59. He's more so just depth. So real good draft haul. Add that to Chris Jones and Kendall Fuller. A+ offseason for the Buffalo Bills as we get ready for year 2. Make a big trade. I wanted to get younger at wide receiver. I put both TJ Yeldon and Teron Johnson up on the trade block. And the only common team was the Kansas City Chiefs, so I said, hey, why not? Let's make a blockbuster deal. Mecole Hardman, talented youngster. What was he, a 2nd or 3rd round pick? But there's just too much ammunition here, so we had to give up a 3rd We gave up a lot, but I definitely feel like Mecole Hardman is going to be able to maximize the kind of system that we have. He's going to maximize the talents that Josh Allen brings with that cannon of an arm. And really, John Brown's just super old right now. It took like a 3 or 4 point regression. So now we have a wide receiver core long term of Zay Jones, Laviska Shenault, and Mecole Hardman. And all it cost us was giving up our running back to a corner who's now odd man out, but still has a very high ceiling in Teron Johnson. I think he's like, he's 25 and he's a 77 overall. So he's definitely going to go into the 80s. And we had to get a 3rd round pick to get the deal done because it's very hard to trade for young players, but I'll take that every day of the week. So after that trade, let's get ready for year 2. The team is shaping up. It's a work in progress, but we're looking good. Optimism going forward. Josh Allen is our quarterback. We have Singletary, who's now up to an 81 superstar. Zay Jones, 84 superstar. Our wide receiver core, gonna get a little young. We're gonna get Mecole Hardman. We're gonna get Laviska Shenault. Bump him up. So we're going all youth. Offensive line, work in progress. Cody Ford is developing nicely. Wyatt Teller, we actually might be able to get him to sneak into the 80s. Same with Dion Dawkins. Spain's really hit that window, but he's solid for the time being until we can find a suitable replacement. Defensively, one change you may have to notice. I made Ed Oliver a defensive end. Only reason why I did this is for our sub packages. We definitely want both him and Chris Jones when we have when we go to a nickel defense, stuff like that. But with both of them classified as a D tackle, I couldn't make Ed Oliver a D end. So we're going to be going it's going to look like this. We're going to have Ed Oliver, Chris Jones at D tackle, Jerry Hughes and Shaq Lawson at defensive end. Our secondary, we got Kendall Fuller, Trey White. We got Levi Wallace. He brought in Cravon LeBlanc off the street. Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde make up our safety tandems. Milano Edmonds and Voshawn Joseph getting the start here. Big shoes to fill up for Lorenzo Alexander. So optimism's high though. We're a young team. Let's see if we can make it 2 straight divisional titles. To week 9 off the bye, 3-4 on the season. Not a great record, but thank God the AFC East is garbage. It's definitely helping us out. Contracts, so we got Trey White. Now he's still a star, Dev, which is pricey for a guy that wants 50 mil, but we're going to try our best to retain him. Zay Jones, yes, sir. Okay, going to need to come back for Zay Jones. Matt Milano, yes, sir. Okay, all these guys are going to bend me over. Jordan Poyer, we love having him around for obvious reasons, but he's got to regress real bad. He already dipped into the 70s. We had 1 skill point to bump back up to an 80. Dion Dawkins, definitely want to give him a new deal. So we're going to come back and make sure we can retain Trey White, Zay Jones, Matt Milano, and Dion Dawkins. And year 2 has come to a conclusion, and we failed to make the playoffs 8-8, losing to the 9-7 Jets. Now, I didn't want to bring it up, but in Madden 19, Chris Jones was a curse. Every time you would sign Chris Jones in free agency, your team would just suck. They would not make the playoffs. I don't know if that's carrying over. But here at the end of year 2, the only positives that we got was throughout the season, Mecole Hardman got a scenario which bumped him up from a normal to a star. And the biggest kind of surprising one was Shaq Lawson. Went from a star to a superstar. Other than that, we had no real developments on the defensive side of the ball. And we added Chris Jones and we missed the playoffs for whatever reason. Look at that stats. Allen wasn't really that great. He wasn't as good as he was last year. Definitely a regression. 37 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 picks. Completion percentage was up. Devin Singletary was fine. Not 1,000 yards, but 9. I'll take that as a whole. Receiving, we get 82 catches, 864 and 4 from Mecole Hardman, 808 from Croft, 675 and 4 from Zay Jones. Laviska Shenault bringing in 49 catches, 630 yards, 6 touchdowns as a rookie. That probably puts him right up in there though for Offensive Rookie of the Year nods, which would be great for his dev because it unlocked as only a star. So if we can get that up to a superstar, that would be awesome. Defensively, Tremayne Edmonds and Matt Milano, once again, very good, as Milano also got 4 interceptions. 8 sacks, Shaq Lawson. Sacks are down, man, across the board. Not good enough. Picks, not good enough. Defensively, we were not good enough. Offensively, Josh Allen was not good enough. MVP went to Mitchell Trubisky. Weird. In the AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Marcus Mariota. We had no one. Defensive Player of the Year went to Miles Jack, with Matt Milano coming in at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Laviska Shenault. Please give me the superstar. Having 2 superstars at wideout would be massive for this team going forward. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Dylan Moses of the New England Patriots. Jaylen Phillips coming in at number 9. I don't think we're going to have any of these award winners. No, we did not. So fingers crossed we get a dev trait boost for Shenault. I mean, we got both of them last year. It's not always a given, but that would really be the only way that the season ends up being acceptable as we go into year 3. All right, so we got Shenault. Got the 1-point upgrade, but unfortunately, I already sneaked a peek. He did not get a dev trait boost. He got Offensive Rookie of the Year, but no dev trait boost. But we did get one from Tremayne Edmonds. I wasn't even really paying attention, as we just now make him a complete scheme fit, which is kind of stupid. But he is actually the tackles leader in the NFL, so we get a dev trait increase. That's pretty cool. Now we have a superstar on the defense. Another one. So for our draft recap here, what was pretty much a nothing offseason. There was one gamble we could have made, but I didn't want to do it. It was corner Quincy Wilson, who we used in the Colts rebuild. We needed a strong safety because Jordan Poyer's gone. Just a safety in general. And rather get redundant, I said, screw it, we'll get a safety in the draft. And we got Jaylen Holland. He's a free safety, but I feel between him and Micah Hyde, we'll be able to get, they'll both be on the field. He's 73 with a hidden dev trait, 92 speed, 81 zone, 70 pursuit, 93 acceleration. He's an outstanding playmaker, though. I mean, Oregon's coaches come out and said he straight up could play him at wide receiver, too. That's how good of a playmaker he is. So we're going to get him in here. We got Tyler Johnson, defensive end from Arizona State, 68 overall. I think he was a top 100 talent type player. Then we straight up didn't have a lot of picks. We didn't have a 3rd round. We didn't have a 4th round. And then I traded all the other picks for futures. And then we just got a depth linebacker here, Peyton Wilson from NC State. Okay, What? I was in shock. I just had one skill point upgrade for Jaylen Phillips, who was our 3rd round pick last season, right? Oh, he's just a superstar. Huh? Jaylen Phillips, the former #1 overall recruit, like 3 years ago, went to UCLA, was scared off by Chip Kelly. Not surprised there. He didn't earn it. He was a superstar. Let's go. There's my draft classes. Didn't even know. Like, we got what? How many? 400, 300, we'll say 300 players for all the draft classes. I know maybe some of the X factors, maybe some of the 6th, 7th round steals. Other than that, though, it's an absolute crapshoot. Hey, I'll take a superstar dev here, Jaylen Phillips. Year 3 for the Bills. 1 divisional title to our name. Our team is slowly progressing along. Taking a look at our roster very quick. So we got Josh Allen's into the 80s now. He's now an 81 overall. Would love something to trigger a superstar dev trait for him, but for right now, he's been fine. We also we brought in Swag Kelly. It means he's royalty. He's royalty. Devin Singletary is a monster, 84 superstar running back. We pretty much have to get him either rushing yards leader, rushing touchdowns leader, or running back of the year, I think, to get him into an X factor. Maybe Pro Bowl. I don't know I don't think I've seen any Pro Bowl awards trigger a superstar to superstar X factor increase, but we're there. At least we're in conversation now. Zay Jones, 87, Shenault, and Mecole Hardman are our starting wide receivers. We're gonna be able to free up lots of salary this offseason between John Brown and Cole Beasley, which will be nice. Tight end, we got Croft and Dawson Knox making a very nice 2-headed combination here. Left tackle, Deion Dawkins. We got Quentin Spain. Definitely need to start thinking about his replacement. Mitch Morse, still solid. Wyatt Teller, very nice. Cody Ford's almost an 80 overall. I mean, he is probably the most talented offensive lineman of this group. Defensively, so we got Ed Oliver, defensive end, even though he's D-tackle. We got Shaq Lawson. We got Jaylen Phillips. Just to make it not look ridiculous, let's just make Shaq Lawson our right end. But Shaq Lawson, superstar dev. Jaylen Phillips, superstar dev. This Bills defense is an absolute nightmare. You got Chris Jones there. The only guy that doesn't have a superstar, he's only a star, but I would love to maybe get a scenario to trigger that. Matt Milano, Tremayne Edmonds, who's now a superstar, and Voshawn Joseph make up our linebacking core. In the secondary, we have Fuller, White, and Wallace. Micah Hyde will be our free safety, and we're actually going to take Jaylen Holland here. Let's just make it official. As he has a hidden dev trait, but we'll make it official and make him our strong safety as he takes over. Has big shoes to fill, taking over for Jordan Poyer. Feel good about this team. Year 3, at least enough that especially with this defense, that we can compete and contend for a 2nd AFC East title. Big week right now. We just got an XP for Jaylen Holland. Let's make him a hybrid, and I already peaked. I saw he just unlocked his dev trait from his snaps, and he's a superstar. you know me. I'm not gonna. If I didn't know, it's not like I'm low key doing this behind the scenes. I don't think I would want to not necessarily waste, but utilize two kind of sleeper superstars in one video. It just so happened we got a superstar in Holland, a superstar in Jaylen Phillips, and to top it all off, we just got a scenario. 150, or I think it's 200, 150 or 200 receiving yards this week for Laviska Shenault. We get him a superstar dev trait. You know we're gonna be playing this game. Let's get it. You know we had to do it to it. Hopped in week 5, ran the score up against the Dolphins. Got Laviska Shenault, his superstar dev trait. Life is good for the Buffalo Bills. Coming out of the week 10 bye here in 2021, year 3, we are 6-3 on the season. Top dogs in the AFC East for now. Looking at some contracts, let's see. So we got Tremayne Edmonds. Absolutely want to bring him back. He is going to be the leader of this defense. Micah Hyde wants a 3-year deal. Ooh, $124 million for Josh Allen. Okay, we got him locked up. Let's see if Teller will take 26, 27, 28, 3-year deal. So we got Teller locked up. All right, so looking at the rest of the team here. Croft, I feel like Croft is solid, but he's really hindering the development of Dawson Knox. So we can let him walk. We don't have a replacement for Micah Hyde, so that will be like, Mike, could you take like a 2-year deal? That offer is just poor. I don't want to get him on 3 years, but we might have to pay Micah Hyde what he wants because we do not have his replacement. We'll let Croft walk, save some money there, go with Dawson Knox as our starter. And there you go, $124 million for Josh Allen. What did I just do? Year 3, we might have took the L in week 17 to the Jets, but it still was not enough to stop this Bills team, this train. This Bills Mafia train from winning the division, our second div title in 3 years, and getting a first-round bye. Upgrade our player. I mean, we can pretty much auto-spend that because we've done our job to make them all scheme fits or get as close as we can. How did our $125 million quarterback do? Fine. I think that's fine. 4,100 yards, 30 touchdowns, 12 picks. Over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns for Devin Singletary. We get no 1,000-yard receivers. The unit is solid. Dawson Knox only started the last 5 weeks and finished with 7 touchdowns, so I think he's going to be a beast for us. Hardman, 503. I'm not going to lie. Given what we traded to bring him over from the Chiefs, I'd expect a little more, but we almost had 2,000-yard receivers in Zay Jones and Shenault. I'm happy with the unit as a whole. Defensively, 300 tacklers in Edmonds, Fuller, and Milano. We got, why are our sacks down? Why is it when we bring Chris Jones, the sacks go down to shit? I don't know. It's weird. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say screw it, move Ed Oliver back to officially a D tackle. That's the only real big change to see what we can salvage. Those are the picks across the board. No picks for Javon Holland, which is annoying. Yearly awards, MVP went to Cam Newton. Josh Allen coming in at number 10. AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Mitchell Trubisky, who's now on the Chargers. Fine. Josh Allen coming in at 6. Defensive Player of the Year went to J.J. Watt. We had no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Trevor Lawrence. That's like the most New England Patriot thing ever. Oh, Tom Brady retires. Here's Trevor Lawrence for everybody. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Patrick Surtain, with Javon Holland coming in at number 3. QB, Brissett, Bell, Keenan Allen, Quentin Nelson. We, of course, did not have anybody. Very annoying, but the team's success is paramount. It's the most important thing. So we're going to try and go on a run, but my God, how are we going to stop Jacoby Brissett? He is just so damn overpowered in the sim. Fingers crossed Josh Allen can get that job done. Okay, let's go, team. Let's go. It's snowy. We should have the advantage. This is a team that's not used to, we're getting the shit kicked out of us. This is a team that doesn't play in the cold weather. We miss an extra point because, of course, we do. Oh, my God. Come on. We paid you $124 million, Josh Allen. Don't just come out of the closet to me now that you're going to be god-awful in this sim. Thank you. Oh, look at that. There you go. Get very red line homophobic joke. And Josh Allen starts playing very well. 28-28. Come on. All right. Defense falling flat on their face. I mean, Jacoby Brissett is a monster. Big end of game. Let's try to come in. Big end of game drive. I'm not going to lie. I just slanted our way to success when I was trying to get the dev trait boost, and it actually worked. They could not stop this. We're on all Madden. I don't know why why they can't stop this, but it makes sense that we could just as easy run this ball, running slants all the way down the field, and do some absolute damage. We'll keep running sticks here. Shenault on slants. Oh, of course. Give me the slip animation that I have nothing and no control over. So fun, Madden. All right, so we did our job. We got this team in a field goal range. I'm hoping the sim has better luck than I do with the stupid kick meter. Do we win? Can we tie it? Can we force it to overtime? And we do! We got OT! Let's go! Oh my God, that was a turnover. So a field goal wins it for us, as long as we don't throw a turnover ourselves. Which I'm very nervous, whoever that safety is, that we're gonna get some fumble nonsense. But I think we could probably kick the field goal right now and win this game. Is that an option? Is that an actual option? No, it's not. It's not actually an option right now. But they turned the ball. Why aren't we just trying to kick the field goal? I get the touchdown wins it, but you could also fumble it. It's snowy. But we're going to do this thing. We're going to put it up on the 1. We're going to C4 special. And we're going to straight up knock out the Colts. And in year 3 of the Bills rebuild, find ourselves in the AFC Championship game with our $125 million quarterback that likes to throw the ball over the mountains. Oh, my God. Okay, they're using all the time. Okay, I'm not even messing with this. I'm not even messing with this. The computer made the kick last time. I don't care if that makes me sound like, you know, I'm a beta male that eats vegan burgers, but there we go. I'm just going to let the computer do its thing. I'm not going against that. That's the stupidest thing in the game. Let's be honest. The kick meter fading away. Stupid. We got the win. We're going to the AFC Divisional Round. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should take over here or not. Well, because it's year 3, we'll say if they make the Super Bowl, we'll play the Super Bowl. If they can do the job and get through the championship game, we'll play the Super Bowl. But they have to get there first. We helped them out here to beat the Colts just because I know there's Jacoby Brissett cheese. Don't want to deal with that. Over 200 yards on the day for Laviska Shenault, as Buffalo is a game away for getting back to their 5th franchise Super Bowl. All right, championship game in the snow against the Cleveland Browns. And we'll make it official. If we get to the Super Bowl, we're playing the Super Bowl. But we have to beat the Browns, who are a nasty team to go up against in the sim. We're playing very well, moving the ball up and down the field. Defense is shutting out Baker Mayfield as we go into halftime with a 13-point lead. Don't choke it. You have a near 2-score lead. Don't just do the most Bills thing ever and ruin your opportunity to make a Super Bowl run. It's not looking great right now, but if we get a touchdown, which we did, oh, they're going to go back to the Super Bowl in back-to-back snow games. The Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, get the job done. Josh Allen out-dueling Baker Mayfield. 83, almost 84% completion percentage for Josh Allen. 100 yards on the ground, Devin Singletary. Zay Jones over 100 as the Buffalo Bills await the winner of the Giants and Seahawks for their opportunity to finally break the curse and win a Super Bowl. And in the Super Bowl, a rematch of Super Bowl 25 from like the early 90s. We have the Bills, we have the Giants. I'm taking over. We're winning this game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have a strategy right now. I'm fairly certain we got a dev trade increase for Super Bowl MVP. I want Josh Allen to get that MVP award very badly because we need him to be a superstar. Now he's a $120 million quarterback. So yeah, let's go. Open and drive tutty, Zay Jones. Oh, Mecole Hardman with the juke. He's a burner. We got like 95 speed. You're not catching him, Jabril Peppers, even though you're an outstanding athlete. 82 yards, able to respond after Giants were able to get a tutty. First and goal on the 8, Dawson Knox. 3 tight end set. They didn't know what to do. They thought it was a run for sure. 3rd touchdown for Josh Allen. But the Giants, they're not going away. Oh, Singletary with the stiff arm. Get off me. Touchdown. Oh, he's gone. Oh, who's that? 24? Williams? Don't know who you are. You're not faster than Mecole Hardman. That should be the dagger in the battle of the team that's from New York and then the team that's not from New York, I guess, right? And the final belt goes in your Super Bowl champions are not the Bucks, regardless of what the center field tells you. In the Battle of New York, rematch of Super Bowl 25. Finally, the Buffalo Bills taste that sweet, sweet nectar of winning the Super Bowl. This is dedicated to all the legends that were part of that team. Those Bills, that Bills 4 Super Bowl era team. Darryl Talley, Cornelius Bennett was another one. Thurman Thomas at running back. Steve Tasker. You also got to throw in Andre Reed, the wideout. Maybe we just throw O.J. Simpson's name into it. Bruce Smith. And ultimately, Jim Kelly. This one was for you, gentlemen. We still got 2 more years left of this rebuild. For part 1 anyways. But we're going to try. My goal this whole time was, first of all, just winning at least 1 Super Bowl. But I want to get 4. It's lofty expectations as Josh Allen got Super Bowl MVP. Fingers crossed he gets a dev trade increase. But the fact that they went to 4 straight and lost, I'm not going to put the insane pressure of going to 4 straight Super Bowls and winning, but I want to win 4 Super Bowls over the next 15 years. So we got how many years left? Over the next 11 seasons, we got to win 3 more Super Bowls. Is that doable? I don't know. We peaked very early in the first realistic rebuild with the Colts. We only won, I think we won 2 Super Bowls total. So, I don't know. But we're off to a tremendous start here with the Buffalo Bills. We have an insane young squad. And fingers crossed we get a dev trade boost to take Josh Allen's game to the next level. I think that's really the only thing that's lacking. But look at that, man. 4 touchdowns, 300 yards from Josh Allen. Over 100 yards on the day for Devin Singletary. As I think who caught the big passes? Mecole Hardman, I believe. Mr. Mecole Hardman, huge. 3 catches, 107. That home run hitter finally paying dividends from that blockbuster trade we made with the Kansas City Chiefs. But we got that Super Bowl title. Let's go into year 4, win another one. Free agency to try to defend our title. We're just going to bring back Micah Hyde on a 1-year deal. We're going to overpay because I really want him to come back. And other than that, he's a Super Bowl champ. Let's run it back, Micah. So we were able to retain and bring back Micah Hyde. So looking at our draft, first round, we got Cole Schneider, guard from UCF, 72 with a hidden dev trade. He is most likely going to be our starting left guard, and that is insane value to get it at the end of the first round. Then we got William Putnam, guard from Clemson, Stoner, tight end from Oklahoma, Proctor, free safety from Ohio State. Xavier Collins, middle linebacker from Tulsa, coming out with a hidden dev trade. So the 60 overall doesn't look great, but that dev trade definitely helps. Jacquez Jones, more depth. And then we got Jake Moody, the kicker from Michigan, who will be our starting kicker this year, replacing Steven Hauschka. As we look to defend our Super Bowl title, our team, very good. 85 overall, 87 offense, 91 defense. We didn't, unfortunately, get any dev trade increase for Josh Allen. I don't even know if, maybe I just made that up. Talk that into existence, that if you get Super Bowl MVP, look, you didn't even get, you don't even get anything. That's stupid. So we got Singletary, 87. Zay Jones finally into the 90s. Shenault very close to the 90s. And Hardman's coming off an insane Super Bowl. Offensive line is developing very nicely. We're adding first-round pick Cole Schneider in at left guard. Dawson Knox is our new starter at tight end, taking over for Croft. On the defensive side of things, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take Ed Oliver, and we're actually going to move him back to D-tackle. Let's stop overthinking it. For whatever reason, ever since we moved him from D-tackle to defensive end, our team has just not played as well defensively. He has not played as well defensively. So we're going to go back to this. He's Superstar X Factor. Matt Milano got a Superstar boost. Don't know when that happened. Let's see. Would have been... All right. No idea. No idea when that happened, but am I going to take it? Abso-friggin-lutely. Javon Holland's very nice. Everyone's looking for... And Fuller got Superstar. When did you get your Superstar dev trade? Does it Defensive Player of the Week Super Bowl win? There we go. Dev trade. So he got it, but Josh Allen didn't. I'm not going to be overly complaining, but hey, we welcome 2 new superstars to the defense. Micah Hyde back. This is as good of a defense I think we've had in a rebuild. So let's do it, man. Let's repeat. Let's do it for Jim Kelly. Tracks want to get these out of the way early because they're only going to get better and cost me more money. So right at the rip, Ed Oliver, franchise player, 4 years, $63 million. Devin Singletary, probably been the most surprising big-time playmaker we've had so far in this Bills rebuild. Got him locked up. Shaq Lawson wants a 3-year deal. That should be fine for his regression. And then we look beyond that, you want to bring back Mecole Hardman. You definitely want to bring back Cody Ford. You definitely want to bring back Dawson Knox. And the first missed scenario of this rebuild, we triggered a scenario to get Voshon Joseph from Norman to Star, and we actually failed it, which is a little bit disappointing, but we definitely want to try and extend him as well. Long time coming. Very happy to be able to do this. Ed Oliver achieving 99 overall. Well, we're only in year 4 of his career. I mean, he's sensational. I don't know why he's not a team captain. We're going to make him a team captain. Man, big Ed Oliver fan. Like, there's one player. Actually, that's a lie, because I think it's Saquon Barkley. But there's one player that I wish that was on the Philadelphia Eagles that is not on the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll say on the defensive side of the ball, I just think the fact that there was a slight chance. There was slight murmur. Oh, which ones look cooler? Those ones stand out more. Slight chance. Fletcher Cox and Ed Oliver playing next to each other. Oh, would have been sick. We're back where we belong, top of the AFC East, because our team is stacked. Juice to the gills, almost 4,000 passing yards, 32 touchdowns. Josh Allen, we get 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns for Singletary. Josh Allen also chipping in 420 and 5 touchdowns. So that is 37 total touchdowns on the year for Joshua Allen. No 1,000-yard receiver. Zay Jones, 980 and 9, 806 for Dawson Knox, 704 Shenault, 709 for Mecole Hardman, but you know, it's a committee. It's a committee. 111 tackles, 3.5 sacks from Edmonds. Please say the sacks are up. And we move Ed Oliver back to D tackle, and sacks are up for our 99 overall monster. 11 TFLs, 11 sacks, 5.5 Chris Jones. We got 3 picks from Kendall Fuller. Defense, I mean, they played fine, obviously, but in terms of like actual box score production, it wasn't amazing. MVP went to Cam Newton. Josh Allen coming in at 7, Coach of the Year. Oh, come on. Give McDermott an award here. Offensive Player of the Year went to Jacoby Brissett. Josh Allen coming in at number 6. Defensive Player of the Year went to Myles Garrett. We had nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Travis Dye, with Austin Stoner, our backup tight end, coming in at 2. That low-key would have been hilarious for him to win that. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Dax Hill of the Kansas City Chiefs. QB Brissett, Hunt, Dede, Quinn Nelson. Of course, we had no one. Phenomenal. So no dev trade increase or anything of the such, but the team success was great. Doesn't matter. We want another Super Bowl title, and it starts by hosting the 9-7 Browns. All right, we know what happens when we're in the snow. We play well in the snow. Come on, Mr. 125 mil. I don't want you just to throw the ball over the mountains. I want you to throw it out the stadium. Celebrating that we're gonna get this win. So 7-7. We jump into a 14-7 lead. We're playing well, man. This Bills team, we have built a very stacked team, and we're only very early in the realistic rebuild series. But I think this Bills team is better than the team that we built there in Indy. Maybe that's me just being a little bit biased because I low-key like the Bills. But, I mean, we're playing very well, man. Top to bottom, this team is juiced to the gills. 10-point lead. There we go. Forced a turnover. Just dropping a 40 bomb on them. They got some garbage time points. Not overly worried or concerned about that. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns for Josh Allen. $163 for Devin Singletary. Over 100 for Shenault. Like, look, how come in this sim, almost every game we have multiple wide receivers almost getting 100 yards, but how does no one, when we sim out the full 16-game season, go over 1,000? Doesn't make sense, but, you know, whatever. We're kind of just complaining for the sake of complaining here. We're moving on to the next round. AFC Championship game time. We got the Denver Broncos. A game that definitely we should feel comfortable in. I mean, we're at home. Come on. Do something. Do something. And we're selling for field goal attempts. Well, every time Denver touches the ball, they shit out touchdowns. There we go. We get a nice start to the second half. Finally get on the board, but my God, Denver is being relentless. Is Jimmy Garoppolo their quarterback? If that's the case, that's just going to be frustrating. But my God, dropping a 40 bomb. We have like a 90-something overall defense. We got simmed. We got simmed on big. Really, really big. It's not good. Who's their quarterback? Come on. For free agency, we have a little bit of money here. Looking at strong, free safety, Micah Hyde. You know, didn't want to re-sign with us, so he can go pound sand. We could buy in for Nasir Ali and Juan Thornhill, both of them 86-star, 85-star, but there's no bids on Julian Love. He's already a scheme fit. He's a year younger, if not 2 years younger than both of them. So sure, give me Julian Love, the corner convert out of Notre Dame. Formerly, I think of the Giants. For our final draft of real prospects here in 2023, here's how the board shaped up. We got Cedric Van Pran, center from Georgia, 72 overall with a hidden dev trait. Huge pickup considering Mitch Morse hit free agency, and there's a very good chance that Van Pran will start week 1. Donnell Harris, defensive end at A&M, 66. We got Frank Gore Jr. If Frank Gore retired as a Bill, we still got those ties. We're going to bring in his kid. Even though he's not a scheme fit at all, 66 with a hidden dev trait. Why not? 4th round, we got the top-rated fullback who also came in with a hidden dev trait. Jax Deneen, 67 overall at a K-State. Then we got Demore Tate from Florida State and Darian Dalcourt, center from Alabama. We had no centers on the roster, so just really filling up depth. He's kind of garbage, but I try my best to trade the picks because it's better strategy. Because once next year starts, part 2 of the rebuild, we get automated draft classes from Madden, and that's where we can really dominate and add lots and lots of depth. So picks are way more valuable next year than they were this year. But we still got 3 players with hidden dev traits, and I think our new starting center here, an SVP from Georgia. Final year of part 1 of the Bills realistic rebuild. We're an 87 overall team. As far as changes to the offense, outside of adding Van Pran and Deneen, not too much. We did get Devin Singletary into the 90s. Shenault and Zay Jones both 92. We got Hardman 85. Defensively, we have as well no changes at all. No new dev traits. Nothing of the like. We did bring in Julian Love as our new starting free safety. But other than that, man, we're going to be rocking and rolling. A little bit thin at corner if there's an injury. We haven't suffered too bad with injuries. At least I've been able to tell. Maybe that one year that Josh Allen kind of sucked. Maybe he got hurt and missed some games, but I didn't see anything prompt up for me. We're good. We're good. As long as no one gets hurt, we're good. Midway point of year number 5. We are sitting 6-2. The Jets are 6-1, huh? Must be nice though if you're anyone that's not a Patriots fan of the AFC, seeing them at 0-7. Contracts, what do we got here? So we have Kendall Fuller wanting a 1-year deal as a 95 overall player. I'm not gonna lie, will he take a 2-year deal? Cool. Chris Jones has been cursed. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. We're letting him walk. I feel like at this point, maybe not let him walk, but we're gonna let him sit and stew on that contract just a little bit. Jaylen Phillips, let's get him locked up. Like we can't be throwing away. We're not in Super Bowl or bust territory, We have to be somewhat smart with our money. $31 million for Deion Dawkins. He's gonna start to regress. I don't think so, but I mean that's not a bad deal. $22 million for if he takes this, we'll give it to him. If not, I mean he's not done anything. Hey, there we go. We will take him for that. That's a very reasonable deal for a 92 overall D tackle. But he is definitely, without a shadow of doubt, been the lone failure of this rebuild, at least part 1 anyways. A very clutch win, week 17 over the divisional winning Jets, 24-21. I think secured our wild card place, 10-6, as we have to travel to Lucas Oil Stadium. Looking at the stats on the year. Josh Allen, 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 10 picks. Good season. Almost 1,100 yards, 8 tutties for Devin Singletary. Solid running, but solid rushing attack. Over 1,000 yards for Mecole Hardman, 12 touchdowns as well. 950 and 6 for Dawson Knox. Almost 803 for Zay Jones. 550 and 5 for Devin Singletary. Down year for Laviska Shenault, though, for sure. No 100-yard tacklers, or 100 total tackles. Sacks were down. Oof. Picks were up. Sacks were down, picks were up. Okay. Yearly awards, MVP went to Deshaun Watson with Josh Allen coming in at number 3. We're getting very close. Deshaun Watson got Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Allen coming in at number 2. Defensive Player of the Year went to C.J. Mosley with Matt Milano at 8. We didn't have any award winners, or did we? Of course not. Of course not. But we made the playoffs. We have an opportunity to make something special here in year 5. Like I said, I low-key kind of want to win 4 Super Bowls. So it'd be nice if in the first episode, part 1 of the realistic rebuild of the Bills, we can get half of that done. That all starts on the road, taking on Jacoby Brissett, I assume, and the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, we're inside. There's no snow. This is different. Usually when we play in the playoffs, it's snowy. So maybe that will make our offense a little bit more explosive. And oh my God, what are the odds? The Colts get Chase Vinatieri as their kicker. We jump out. We got a touchdown here. We're trading tutties. They are not doing much. Our defense is coming up huge as we drop 21 points on them in the first half, holding them to 6. Kudos to our defense doing a great job. Defense is outstanding. Stuffing the Colts. They have no answer. They have no answer. Great game plan from head coach Sean McDermott. We dropped 35. Josh Allen's feeling it. Third place MVP. Felt like he should have been the actual outright winner. But either way, outstanding job defensively. Jacoby Brissett did nothing. 4 touchdowns for Josh Allen as we're moving to the AFC Divisional Round. Jinxed it. Back in the snow. Taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, we're a snow team. We won the Super Bowl playing in a lot of snow games. So we have a little bit going for us. Tyler's went up at 7 apiece. Who is going to get the go-ahead? It looks like it moved Baltimore at halftime. Oh, we equalize! 14-14. Everything to play in the second half. AFC Championship game on the line. We kick the field goal. 3-point lead as we get into the fourth quarter. We go in the red zone again. Low-key. We'll come in for one play. We'll come in, run a little slant here. Ooh. Maybe we actually run it up the inside. They think we're going to run slant. They've been watching a lot of my rebuilds. They think we're going to run this one, or I think that we're actually going to run a slant on this one. But literally, no, we're going to go inside zone. Maybe the most overpowered run play in Madden, especially with Devin Singletary at the helm. He takes it outside. He doesn't fumble it upon hit from Tony Jefferson. Moves the chains. I feel like a touchdown here would be enough for the Buffalo Bills to see this one out, which we get. 24-14, but they march all the way downfield. They get some points. Fourth down, we punt it. Great. Give them their tie. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, come on! Missed like a 30-yarder to win it. Oh, we deserve to lose now. That was legitimately like a 36-yarder. They missed it. Garbage. Garbage. So that will do it for part 1 of the realistic rebuild of the Buffalo Bills. Still 2 more parts to go, 10 more seasons. We got 1 Super Bowl to our name. Our team's looking pretty good at this point. In my opinion, we have the best wide receiver core. Mecole Hardman at some point got himself a, look, there we go, superstar dev. So we have 3 superstar devs. Might be nice if Dawson Knox could get up there a little bit. But it's fine. It's fine for the time being. Josh Allen's almost a 90 overall quarterback. Defensively, we're looking mighty fine here. We got a lot of stability. We're not going anywhere. I think for sure for part 2, the next 5 seasons, we're gonna be and continue to be, at least with the guys that we already built up, a very dominant team in the AFC. One thing though is we are planning on letting Deion Dawkins walk. But let's see if we can get Niang on a 1-year deal, just to see. There we go, nice. So we have some cover at left tackle. Sure, it's a downgrade, but it cost, 5 times less, which is good. Nice little cover there at left tackle. But yes, we will be back in a couple of days' time for part 2 of the realistic rebuild of the Bills. I don't know if I said this in yesterday's video or not, but that hurricane, Dorian or whatever, might be hitting me on the weekend. So that could potentially affect the daily uploads. I don't know. I'm going to try my best to grind out a couple uploads ahead of time this week. But, hopefully my brand new house that I bought doesn't get destroyed in this hurricane. Hopefully the hurricane misses us entirely, and I don't have to worry about power being down and football opening weekend on Sunday not having any of that. That would be annoying. But thank you guys for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well, you talking to talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like, who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big.